chain around my head like a Machiavelli. Y'all ready? I pull out the Porsche, I jump in the Mars, then it's the Razor. Will be rich, fam. I pull out the Porsche, I jump in the Mars, then it's the Razor. I know what it's like to be man, we could be rich together.
Good morning, people. You know who it is, your boy Tay Wiggs reporting live from the Man Cave once again. If you're not subscribed to that YouTube channel, please take the time out and feel free to subscribe to that channel now at TAE_WIGGS. Once again, that handle is at TAE_WIGGS, and the same as for my Twitter as well. You know, we had 3 games that was on last night. You know, 3 games last night were games to move on to the next series. So which one of these 3 teams are moving on in the next series to round 2 of the NBA playoffs of 2017? With the first game we had the Washington Wizards and Atlanta Hawks. The Washington Wizards went down to the wire, took care of business against the Atlanta Hawks, sent the Hawks home down to the wire. John Wall was telling Paul Millsap, it's over. It's over. With that being said, let's get right into it with the Atlanta Hawks. Atlanta Hawks, the final score was 99-115. The Wizards moving on in the next round, looking forward to playing the Boston Celtics on Sunday. Taurean Prince, I always praise the guy. I say how mature he has played during these NBA playoffs in the first round, to be exact, for his first time being in the playoffs. 4 points and 5 rebounds in 32 minutes wasn't enough to get his team over the hump. Anytime you play that many heavy minutes, you got at least have 12 or 13 points. But to be out there with only 4 points, that's not saying enough. We need to see you be a little bit more active out there on the floor, doing other things and whatnot. Paul Millsap, you're going to get Paul Millsap 31 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 4 steals. He came to play. He didn't want to go home. So, with that, it's just like he's ready to go to work every day in and day out. And he didn't really get the help that he needed from his front court partner, as in Dwight Howard. Dwight Howard signed that big contract to go play at home. And his first time back at home to get to the playoffs and just to score 9 points and 7 rebounds. So you telling me that we paid this much X amount of dollars for you to come to the playoffs and not average a double double? But you just said a month ago that you a Hall of Famer. I would second guess that, because a Hall of Famer would not come out and put up numbers like that. That is terrible, man. I know corner stores that put up better numbers than that. Like, come on, man. That is terrible, Dwight. How you gonna be out here talk about your back hurt? Like I keep saying, he said, oh, he had back problems. I don't want to hear the injuries. There's guys that's right now in the NBA, right now in the playoffs. Everybody's injured around this time in the playoffs because it's an extended season. It's extended games. It's the first team to win 16 games and pick the trophy up. And right now, I didn't see that hungriness. I didn't see that fight from Dwight Howard throughout these course of the NBA playoffs. He was going through the mixed emotions. He might have had the last game he played pretty well, but that was the only time he played well. We needed him to play well the whole time. If he only averaged 12 and 10, I'm pretty sure that they would have beat the Washington Wizards. They didn't. They didn't. They didn't come to play. Tim Hardaway Jr., 13 points, 2 for 11 from the 3-point line, just jogging up threes. Why are you shooting that many threes and know you're missing them? Go to the hole. I know go to the hole. We know that the team brought you in to be a 3-point specialist. But if that's not working, you have to find other ways to get on the court and score buckets. Not just sitting behind the 3-point line and shooting till you make one. You're not getting the job done. 2 for 11. That's not going to win games for you at all. Point blank, period. Um, Dennis Schroeder, 26 points. Well, his 10 assists, double double. Like I said, Schroeder and Millsap came to play tonight. They came to play tonight, but eventually the bench didn't contribute that much. 16 bench points. That's not gonna get you a win at all either. So when you talk about your leading scorer off the bench was Ken Bazemore with 9 points and 6 rebounds, that's not enough to get you a win over the hump in the playoffs. You need guys in your starting role to score, at least another person in your starting lineup to at least give you 15 to 17 points. But you're not getting that. You getting 4 points last night to Taurean Prince and 7 points. I mean 9 points with Dwight Howard and 7 rebounds. That's not gonna win championship games right there. And on that note, Paul Millsap is a free agent at the end of the season. So he is a free agent now. So what the Hawks gonna do? Are they gonna lock him up long term, or are they gonna let him walk away? If he do walk away, I would think he probably gonna play for a team like the Utah Jazz, something like that, to give him that look. So you can bring a Boris Diaw off the bench. So you just have Paul Millsap at the power forward spot along with the young Rudy Gobert. That would help them spread the floor a bit more. That would be a perfect look for Paul Millsap, even though he played there before. That's one of my things he might go to one of the teams I can see him going back to with no problem. Um, the Washington Wizards. Otto Porter Jr. with the 8 points, the 2 rebounds, the 3 assists, 2 steals. Streaky player, but he does make up a lot of stuff on the defensive end. We're not going to say just score baskets for these guys because this group right here do play defense. Um, he does little things. Even though he had 2 steals, he does little things. But if you're going to be out there playing these heavy minutes, you do need to up the ante your score a little bit. I know y'all had a 22-point lead. Y'all never trailed. Y'all had the lead pretty much most of the game. Um, it's ironic how certain players should just turn the switch on and go about their business, how they do things. Markieff Morris, he finally came, y'all. He had 17 points in game one. In the closeout game, 17 points, 8 rebounds, and 3 blocks. The stats is almost identical. He was doing a little bit more. He was not letting his feelings get into the game. He was just playing basketball, being the person that he is. You know he's a scrappy guy. You know he's going to look angry on the floor, but I don't think he's an angry guy. I think that's the role he plays to intimidate his opponent. And he was trying to intimidate Paul Millsap. It didn't work because Paul Millsap was still averaging about 20-some points per game and still grabbing boards and assists. But it's happy to see guys like that, Markieff Morris, to get back into the groove of things and be out there for his teammates and help them get that win and move on to the next round. I'd like to see that, but the one person that needs to step their game up for the next round would be Marcin Gortat. 2 points, 7 rebounds. Not going to win like that, but they won like this. But you're not going to win every game playing to the level that he's playing. Expectations right now are high, and Washington, they're one of the teams that are expected to make a run to the Eastern Conference Finals or looking to dethrone the Cleveland Cavaliers if the Cavaliers make it that far, because the Cavaliers will play the Raptors on Monday night. He just need to do more. He just need to do more. He need to be out there grabbing more rebounds, start hitting his free throws. Like I said, 2 points not good enough if you want to beat a team like a Cavaliers or a Celtics in these playoffs. You have to bring it every day because them teams right there, I just mentioned them last 2 teams, they're going to come with it every night and they're going to play hungry no matter what. Bradley Beal had 31 points. Yeah, he had 31. I'm not taking nothing away from his 31, but the one thing I will take away from his game last night, he was 11 for 17. Great shooting. Nothing. I'm not taking nothing away from his 32 points. But the one thing I will take away from this game about his points, he just need to be more consistent on a daily night basis in the playoffs. You can't have a game you score 31. The next game you come back and score 6. Next game you score 10. Then you fall off. Then you want to have like 8. Then you want to come back and score 35. These are the NBA playoffs. If you're going to make a run at these certain teams, you have to be consistent every night. I remember a couple years ago, y'all said y'all are the best backcourt in the league. But due to injuries, you guys haven't played up to that best backcourt in the league. It's nights not like this last night when you had 31 points and the John Wall had 42. That's what make you guys a lethal backcourt. But I know John Wall going to bring it every night. But the thing is, can Bradley Beal be that player alongside of John Wall to bring it every night? We know John Wall going to bring it. That's why John Wall is an all-star. You have to bring it every night. He putting the team on his back. Bradley Beal, good game. 11 for 17. Keep that shooting going if you want to beat the Celtics in the next round. John Carroll Wall Jr. balling. Guns are blazing. 42 points. 8 assists, 4 steals, but not 1 but 2 blocks when your point guard is key. And let you know he is getting after on the defensive end. You want your players to get after on the defensive end. Let you know, hey, if we want to win and make a statement to these guys in the East, these are the things we have to do to make our team win. If they see me out here diving for loose balls and going to the stands trying to make an extra play or get an extra possession, this is the things that comes with championship basketball. The small things that you don't not going to see all the time. Talking in the huddle, commanding the huddle, calming people down. Um, they play awesome. John Wall for that win last night, he scored 19 of his 42 points in the fourth quarter. That is huge. That is saying something. We got to get this series over now. Let's win this game. Bogdanovic, 10 points, shooter. I would like to still see him start at least one time in the next series to see what else they have chemistry wise with him out there. We know he can score. Kelly Oubre, he had 5 points, but the one thing I'm not taking away from Kelly Oubre, he had 5 steals. I'm taking that because that's defensive on the defensive end. A lot of guys don't sacrifice their bodies like that not to score. So he did other things to help his team get this win. He got 5 steals. Great. That means Otto Porter got 2. That's 7. John Wall with 2. That's 9. So it's the small things that come along with this. As a total, the Wizards has 16 steals. It's the small things that come with these wins. It don't pop up on the stat line all the time. Hustle. You have to have a hustle. A lot of guys have high motors. Um, they had the Wizards had 15 bench points. Yeah, they won, but they got to find other ways to get these guys scoring too as well. You got to utilize the bench more. Guys got to become more efficient out there on the fourth. You're going to play about 10 to 12 minutes. So these guys like a John Wall, a Bradley Beal, could get a nice breather. But when you got guys that are scoring 31, 42, and they playing about 30-some plus minutes, you look down the bench, you got guys that play 12 minutes, 13, or some 17 minutes, and you look at how many points they score, you're looking at 2, 4, and 0. That's unacceptable at this high level of basketball play. The Hawks shot 28% from the three-point line. You know that's not going to win no games because you're not. Just because Tim Hardaway's out there chugging up threes. Like I said, Wizards moved on. They closed the series out. They won 4 games to 2. They sent the Hawks home packing, even though they was already at home. So it's just an easy way to send them home. We know they would be playing Sunday against the Celtics. So at 1 o'clock, that's going to be a good game right there in the second round in the semifinals. Next game we're going to get into, the Boston Celtics taking on the Rondo-less Chicago Bulls. Jimmy Butler hurt himself in the second quarter with a little hip pointer. I think it slowed the game down. The Bulls never found rhythm. I just want to get some key facts. So Rondo goes out. He missed the last 3 games. So with him in the lineup, they 2-0. So without Rondo, they 0-4 in the playoffs. I just want to get in this one-point guard, Isaiah Cannon, who made his first start in the playoffs. In the game, was that game 4? When you got a starting point guard out there, you got 9 points. 9 points. But not just 9 points. I'm not worried about the points. But the assist factor. 1 assist. What did you do out there in the court to make your team better for a point guard to have 1 assist? Most guys who get 1 assist have about 25 points. But this guy has 9 points, 1 assist. That means he wasn't putting his team in the right area to score, or he committed a lot of turnovers. It's the small things that get you to these victories. And he had 1 assist. I wrote that in red pen. It stuck out to me. 1 assist. Your point guard cannot lead a floor full of 4 men to 1 assist and expect to get a win. That's not happening in our league. 9 points and 1 assist is not cutting it to beat the Boston Celtics. Dwayne Wade, 2 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He was 1 for 10 yesterday, shooting 10%. Not Mr. Wade County. Not Mr. Wade County. Not Mr. 3 rings. There's no way that Dwayne Wade was 1 for 10 with 2 points. Somebody else needed to step up. Like I said, I'm gonna keep saying it. The Bulls lost this game because of two people. The coach Fred Hoiberg, and I'm putting this on Fred Hoiberg too. Not playing through Robin Lopez. That is key. You have a 7-footer out there that can score at will. You didn't use him to up to his capabilities. You did not use that guy at all. That's the sad part about it. He had 10 points, 5 rebounds. And I've seen games where a Robin Lopez would get you about 16 points and 13 rebounds. They didn't use him well in the offensive scheme. Period. They was out there just chucking up threes and taking shots they wasn't for sure they was making. Jimmy Butler, 23.7 rebounds, even though he still went out there and win, trying to get the win, and it didn't end up that way. Like I said, other guys need to step up. Fred Hoiberg didn't make no adjustments to his star lineup, only time because Rondo went down. I would have had Mircevic come off the bench, and I would have put in Paul Zipser. Even though Paul Zipser scored 7 points and he had 5 assists, and Mircevic had 5, he only scored 2 more points. You had to shake the offense up, your starting lineup up, and he didn't do it. And that's why they're going at your head now. The fans are screaming, fire Fred Hoiberg. It never was a good fit for the Bulls. I don't know why the Bulls even picked him up in the first place. Why? Because it's cheaper to get a coach like that instead of getting a guy who really understands the basketball game from a coaching view. Yes, I know Fred Hoiberg played in the league. That don't mean because you played in the league that'll make you a good coach. But you should have went out there with another coach, a veteran who understands players and what they needed to do as a motivator. He never seemed like a motivator to me. He never motivated his team. You look at the Spurs coach, Cavaliers coach, or Warriors coach, and so on, Scotty Brooks. These coaches motivate the players. Why this guy never had a soundbite microphone on? Because he's not a motivator. He's not a leader of men. When you can't lead a men of winning basketball games, you need to be fired. Terrible from the Bulls in the playoffs. That's crazy how Rondo go sit down and they can't get a win. But they still had Dwayne Wade, a 3-time NBA champion out there. So, ain't nothing he can do. He's down on his last couple of steps in the NBA. Talk about one more season. I don't know if he can make it through another season like this. I think he's just unhappy there now. I think he need to go ahead and blow that Bulls team up too as well. Let's get right to the team who won last night, who scored 105 points to the Bulls 83. The Boston Celtics, the men of green. Their bench scored 30 points. I mean, everybody helped out and got a win. Isaiah Thomas, it wasn't a good shooting night from him. He was 4 from 11, 1 for 7 from the three-point line, but he managed to still have 12 points, 5 rebounds. He still had 6 assists compared to a 1 assist. So he had 6 assists, but he did get help from his other compadres. As an Avery Bradley again, his back-to-back 20-plus point game. The other game he had 26. Now last night he scored 23 points for the win with the 5 rebounds, 3 assists. When he said, if Isaiah can't get it going, I'm going to pick my brother up and I'm going to help us get this win. And that's what he did. Al Horford, 12 points, 6 rebounds. 7 assists. Al Horford did that, played basketball. He didn't do too much better than Robin Lopez, but it was enough to get them a win. But the key guys that helped get wins, it was Bradley, Gerald Green, and Crowder. Gerald Green with 16 points, nasty dunk early in the second quarter. He had Jay Crowder with 12 points, 5 rebounds. You know one thing I like about Jay Crowder game last night? He didn't take that many threes. He's being more aggressive with the 15-footers and going to the rack. When you play like that, you definitely would get the win. It was funny because the Celtics always had the lead. The Bull, they never trailed. They had a 30-point lead the whole time until, it set the starters down. The lead started dwindling down. But they still managed to keep a lead of 15-plus to secure the win for the team and then move on to the next round and play the Washington Wizards on Sunday at 1 o'clock. So, them guys played big. Isaiah Thomas, sister funerals today. So, he would be back with the team on Sunday and getting things going. So, look out for them guys. They're going to get the win. They won it. What a huge win to close the series out. That's crazy how Rondo didn't play. He was still a huge piece missing. So we know we're set for those two teams. And the Eastern Conference is set. So we know the Bulls are out the playoffs. We know the Wizards and Celtics will be playing, and we know the Cavaliers will be playing Monday night against the Raptors. Let's get into the third game. The Clippers and the Utah Jazz. So they will be a game 7. The game 7 will be played Sunday. The Clippers hang on to a much needed victory because they almost blew the game in the fourth quarter. Silly turnovers, and they coming down hitting threes. Gordon Hayward, he put on 10 pounds of muscle, played a vital part to his team last night. 31 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. But he was 9 for 20 from the field. Bad shooting night, but he was 10 for 11 from the free throw line. So he did have a rhythm there. So he found other ways to get to the basket. Like I said, young guys and women, if you're watching basketball out there, or just play the game. If you can't score like how you want, attack the hole. Make the referee blow the whistle. Make the referee earn his paycheck. He making you earn yours, so you make him earn his. So that's what Gordon Hayward did. Boris Diaw, he had 5 points. That's not enough. They should go ahead and start Rodney Hood at that position right now. Trying to go small because right now Boris Diaw, it was letting Mal Butte cook him last night. Boris Diaw had 5 points. I just know he's out there as a player coach, but sometimes you got to change it up. I would love to see a Rodney Hood out there or go big, go Derek Favors. Put Derek Favors out there because the Clippers went small ball yesterday. Rudy Gobert, 15 points, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 blocks after he sprained his ankle. So we don't know if he's all right or will he be a game time decision. More than likely, he'd be ready to go Sunday for that game 7. Looking forward to that game 7 tomorrow as well. He played big. Could have did more, a little bit more. Joe Ingles, just the guy who could have did more. He had 0 points. So in this series, he had 2 games where he didn't score no points. It's maybe because he's taking too much time on the defensive end of the floor. You know, he had 2 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 steals. Still wasn't enough. If he scores at least, if he can just give me 8, if he scored 8 points, you talking about a one-on-one victory to 98. If he just give me 8, I'm fine with that. But he had no points. Like I said, big minutes with no points doesn't add up to me at all. But I did just say it's on the defensive end. But reading that, he only had 2 rebounds, and you're not gonna win like that. And he had 2 steals, so he got to do a little bit more instead of getting under Chris Paul's skin. You want to get under Chris Paul's skin, but it didn't work that night. George Hill, who I thought played a fantastic game, he was solid on both ends of the floor with his 22 points and his 5 rebounds and 3 assists. So it was just a little bit more things I thought he could do as well too. But what else can you do when your bench can't get it going? You had Joe Johnson 3 for 9 from the field with his 9 points. Uh, they had 20 bench points, so the bench needed to contribute a little bit more to help secure wins for the team. So this is where you can sit down, guys. So like I said, I want to see an adjustment on Sunday for my Coach of the Year candidate, Quinn Snyder. I hope Boris Diaw come off the bench and they insert Derek Favors just to spice things up a little bit more. Uh, you had the Utah Jazz shot 26% from the 3-point line. Too many threes, fellas. Find other ways to score. Go to the hole, attack the basket. You got a big man down there. Put the big man to work. Well, we know some of their big men can hit free throws, like Rudy Gobert. He need to work on that because he got a nice little follow-through shot. Uh, let's get right into the Clippers. The Clippers, big games from these 3 players, 2 being starters and 1 coming off the bench. They scored 26 bench points, but they still won. Jamal Crawford was 5 for 12 for shooting with 12 points. So Jay's crossover did what he had to do off the bench. You know he's going to come every night and at least score you 12, except for he had that one bad game the other night. So Jamal Crawford did what he had to do to help secure the win. I'm wearing the Seattle Supersonics hat. I hope they get a team back there. That team is started for a franchise. They should have a franchise there right now besides the Seattle Storm. Let's put the men's basketball team back there and go back to that old Key Arena where the good old glory days and Sean Kemp and GP and all them guys is up there doing their thing. Back to it. Chris Paul had his 29 points, 3 rebounds, 8 assists. He did everything he could to will his team to victory. I still think they might lose Sunday because it's going to be tough because there's still no Blake Griffin. Yeah, they know they can win games without Blake Griffin, but you don't have that good third option. So Doc Rivers is looking for a third option, and he right now he doesn't have a third option. Uh, I keep telling guys this. Please sit down with JJ Redick. He's not doing anything this series. He's averaging 5 points. 5! And he cannot get open like how he's supposed to. He's a one-trick pony. All he want to do is shoot threes. And you can't win like that. Sit him down, put in Jamal Crawford, and let's rock. If you want to win Sunday, you gotta sit JJ, Doc Rivers. If you don't sit JJ and he scores 4 points again, I guarantee you this. You guys will lose Sunday and you might be fired Monday morning. DeAndre Jordan, 13 points, 18 rebounds. Stellar on the glass. Stellar. That's right there. That's what a big man's supposed to do. Grab rebounds and erase second chance points for the opposing team. Hats off to him for doing that. Plus putting up the 13 points, 18 rebounds is huge. That's what makes teams win right there. That type of effort. These two guys right here came to play, especially this guy came to play, Luba Mute. 13 points, 6 rebounds. It's about time. I said if they win, he has to score 12 points. And I said that about like 2 or 3 segments ago. If I said if he did that, they would come out victorious. And they did. He hit some cuts threes, going to the hole, playing nice defense. I'm like, okay, wow, this look better, but they still need to adjust the three for their team. They need to address that small forward spot. They need other ways where they can score. One guy, Doc Rivers' son, Austin Rivers, played a hell of a game last night, making some clutch threes down the stretch when they needed a basket. And that's what he did. Made clutch shots. So, do they have enough power, enough manpower to keep this up? Going into tomorrow evening's game, that we shall see. The world shall see. You know, I got my shirt on right here. Shout out to Coins Club. Everybody eats, man. And right now, that's what the Clippers doing. Everybody eats. So you gotta find different ways for your team to win. With that being said, you know who I am. It's your boy Tay Wiz coming live for the Man Cave. You know, go on my YouTube channel and subscribe. Hit that button. TAE_WIGGS. The same thing as my Twitter handle. TAEWIGGS. To all my subscribers out there on my YouTube channel, I would like to say thank you. I'm very blessed and humbly speaking that you guys are following me. You're the reason why, even though I probably got 18, 19 subscribers, I know there's someone out there watching, and I'm very blessed that somebody is taking the time out their day to watch this young man to do something that he loved and to chase a dream to become a sports anchor. I do have basketball knowledge and stuff like that, but this is one of my dreams, and I'm chasing a dream. So I'm very blessed to have you guys. Hey, I'm gonna sit down and watch Tay Wiz today and see what he's talking about. My hats off to you guys. I can't ask for anything else. I'm very blessed for you guys following me. So I salute you guys. You guys, without you guys, I am nothing right now because even though I got 18 subscribers, I do this on my own time, on my own craft. This is what I do in my own lane. Some people in that slow lane. I move out that slow lane. I'm in that fast lane. My mind is on something different, but I am very thankful that you guys took the time out to watch me. So with that being said, you guys have a nice Saturday. Peace.